Talk to father. Why do I call him father? I'm his father. It doesn't make sense. The pieces don't add up.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
Yeah, I don't need to. I'm gonna blow it up anyway. Or at least kill everyone inside. Why are you still so depressed? Is he frozen? You good? How do I go up? Hey there. Thought that was a toilet for a second. Don't do your business right in front of me. Okay.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
I guess it's cool.
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
Destroy him.
If they're so dangerous, you should destroy them and start over with a better design.
There is no need for such drastic action. We are constantly working to correct any flaws that might arise. As you will soon see, we're also more than capable of reclaiming any synths that become a danger to the surface. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
It might not want to talk. It would be safer just to kill it.
That would be a terrible waste of a valuable resource. If at all possible, that synth should be returned alive. Now you should get moving.
That's a stupid idea.
Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Fine. I'm gonna do that as my last quest that I have. Depending on if the courser is here or not. Where's the courser? Okay, it's all the way over there. Yeah, screw that. I'm not doing that right now. Okay, now what's her name?
Have you ever fired a minigun? Choose through barrels like paper.
I have fired a minigun. Why do you have no legs? What's wrong with your legs?
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I build too. But that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
What do you hope to find on there?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed.
Did
I
it.
believe Elder Maxon gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
I did it already. I'm so close! Why couldn't you have just given that to me? That beautiful level up. Why couldn't you have just done it?
Why would you bring that synth here? Aren't you afraid it might be a spy?
Nah, it's probably fine. I thought we were supposed to be friends. You've never betrayed me like this. Nor Nick Valentine.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Pridwood.
Promote me.
She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade,
Promote me.
and we can't afford to take any chances.
Promote
Now,
me.
on to other matters.
Promote
Thanks
me.
to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next
Promote
phase.
me.
I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention.
Promote
Once
me.
again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Promote me.
Looks like we have a thruster imbalance.
Liberty reprimed? Liberty Prime? I've seen that before.
Eagerly awaiting Liberty Prime's completion.
Attention! This
Return
is a
to your
reminder.
duties.
All recovered technology must be presented immediately to Proctor Quinlan for evaluation.
Why?
Anyone found in possession of undocumented technologies will be subject to inquiry and punishment.
No. You're not doing crap to me.
That's a nice little setup. Wouldn't mind one of these at the agency.
Wait a second, hold on.
Give me a laser rifle and my power armor, and I'll take on the world. Soldier?
What's up?
Carry food with you, or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
Cade won't clear me for duty.
Paladin dance.
Ready to continue our mission,
Giving
soldier?
me orders.
That depends. How are you feeling?
My power armor systems are within normal operating parameters, so I'm as ready as I'll ever be. You just give the word, and we could begin our mission.
I just want to trade a few things.
Very well. Help yourself.
Wait. Am I able to just take his fusion? I just took a fusion core from him. Wow. Let's go.
I'm worried about these recruits. Yeah, good dream.
Free fusion core, I'll take it.
No machine should have free will.
Guess what, Virgil? You're gonna be not a super mutant. Although, how are you gonna get out of the glowing sea?
Virgil?
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
Did you expect it to?
No, of course not. It was far more likely that it would just blow up. But it didn't. You made it in. Were you able to find the serum?
Got it right here.
That's it. That's really it.
Protect
All right.
and serve.
Let's see.
Hey,
Let's see.
got a sec?
Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient.
Of course, Nick. What's up?
I wouldn't normally bother you with this sort of thing, but, well, I know I can trust you at this point. For as long as I can remember, I've been getting these, flashes. Memories of places I've never been. Things I've never seen. Memories of Nicks. They're not bad, they're just this inescapable reminder that I'm not the person I think I am. That I'm not a person at all. I'm just a machine, pretending to be human.
You think, you feel. You're more than pretending, Nick.
Nice of you to say, but your kind don't usually have to deal with someone else's whole life, trapped inside their skulls. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm in Nick's debt. These memories, they've kept me alive. Nick was a hell of a cop. A guy with good instincts and a good heart. I always counted myself lucky they didn't load me up with some ex-con, or whatever type might volunteer to let folks tinker with their gray matter. But it's thanks to Nick that I pass for human. Why I get to live cushy in Diamond City, and every other synth is shot on sight. I know I got it good, but my entire life I owe to Nick. Everything that makes me who I am. My judgment, my speech, hell, even my name. They're his. And I can't do a damn thing about it, because without them, I'm nothing. A shell. All I want is a life where I have something I can call my own.
We could give you a new name. Would that help? Ah, I got it. Crumblebot. 3,000.
Well, I suppose it's the thought that counts. You know, I'm just gonna need some time to think on this. I appreciate you hearing me out. You're a real good friend. Thanks.
Virgil.
Yes. It seems to have matured nicely.
so it's good.
There's only one way to find out.
Protect and serve.
You know, there is this chunk of Nick Valentine history I've been hoping to put a bow on for a while now. I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at it.
That's fine. We'll talk
How
later.
long will it take?
I don't know. Nothing like this has ever been tried before. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
What hell aroma is that?
Okay then, see ya.
Protect and serve.
Your Pip-Boy doesn't sound pleased. Let's say we get out of here.
I agree.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
He didn't tell me anything.
Makes sense. We've been trying to keep it under wraps until the time was right. Come on. It's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
You still have no legs. Oh, is that why you need the power armor? That makes more sense.
This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
From you folks, wouldn't know where to look.
I'm just gonna take all the scrap I can get. Because might as well. I don't know how to get fiberglass though.
Any chance
so
you
it might be...
rethought helping me close out some Nick Valentine history? Fine. Talk later.
You always want to chat about everything.
Dumb and ugly had it.
Attention! Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once. That is all.
Stay alert for the scribe's sake.
Proctor Quinlan.
I do hope you're keeping a watchful eye on the scribe. They'll be looking to you for protection.
I found some technical documents for you.
And they're in wonderful condition as well. Excellent work. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore during your patrols very carefully. And you might be pleasantly surprised at what you find.
Worried about these recruits.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
I thought she was a traitor. You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
You may not like the Brotherhood, but the people of the Commonwealth shouldn't have to suffer for it.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Gotta go back to the other lady now. Let me just grab.
Nice work bringing Dr. Lee back into the fold. Now, there's something you need.
I'll take a look.
Got some choice weapons that just came in.
Gatling laser, that's a lot of money. Oh, what is this power armor frame? What does that mean? Does it mean that I have the ability to make them now? want to know what this is.
What brings you to me today?
Nothing today.
Next time, then.
Once we decrypt that intel you recovered from the Institute, I didn't know a lot more about them.
Yoink, yoink, yoink.
I've served on this vessel for years. It's the only home I know.
Sense of replacing humans with exact duplicates makes me sick. I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I had enough of Lyons and his foolish ways. Hail, Knight. Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility, but we'll get the job done. If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis. Taking on a Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed. Oh god. All that on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me.
Proctor Ingram?
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs.
And
what we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
You said like any hospital or whatever? One right there. I'm gonna do this first though. What's his name?
And the new guy patched me up, put me on his shoulder, and blasted his way through the rest of the complex. Synths everywhere.
Carrying you the whole time?
Amazing, right?
That's one word for it. Deacon told me you single-handedly secured Carrington's prototype, disabled a minefield, and wiped out 100 Gen 1s. So is any of that true?
Every word he said was true, and then some.
A full 100. I can't even imagine.
See? Just like I said, boss.
I was expecting Deacon to grab a full team, including Glory, to secure that prototype. But instead, just the two of you cleared out the entire switchboard.
You'd be insane not to sign him up, Des.
You've certainly made an impression on Deacon. He's never spoken about, or lied about, anyone so highly before. Welcome to the Railroad, Agent.
Glad to be aboard.
It seems we're very lucky to have you. So you're in. Now we need to know what to call you. Secrecy keeps us alive. Code names are a part of that. So what's yours?
Have any suggestions?
No. It doesn't work like that. Your life, your name, your choice.
Let me think.
It's a big decision. Take your time.
Call me Fixer.
Fixer certainly seems an apt name. Your first official order is to deliver Dr. Carrington his prototype and see if he can use another pair of hands. But first, it's time to meet the rest of the gang. The location of our HQ is one of our most tightly guarded secrets, so be careful coming in or out. You never can tell when you're being watched. lack the amenities of the switchboard, but it's safe. Make sure you're never...
Desdemona told me to give you this.
An extraordinary feat to recover this. But that's hardly the point. Without a lick of training, and us knowing hardly anything about you, Des has invited you to join HQ. It would have been nice if she had consulted with her second-in-command. But what's done is done. Since you're here now, we might as well put you to work.
Listen up, everyone. This is Fixer.
Tell me what you need, Doc.
One of our field agents, Old Man Stockton, needs help with the runaway synth. H222. So headquarters, as always, puts out the fires that others can't be bothered to put out themselves. The paranoid old bat won't even tell us the problem. He insists that we get our intel from a dead drop.
Sounds like an important mission.
It is. After Switchboard, we're so short-handed I have little choice but to throw you into the deep end. The dead drop is a
Man, you can't
mailbox
just steal a
with
man's
rail
chair
sign
like
on
that.
it.
What the heck?
It's a common means of communication for us, so keep an eye out for them. When you make contact with Stockton, he won't give you the time of day unless you give him the proper countersign. The current sign is, do you have a Geiger counter? And the counter is, mine is in the shop. Please tell me Deacon taught you that at least.
You can trust me with this. I'll get it done.
You sound rather convincing, actually. Stockton is a prominent businessman at Bunker Hill. The dead drop will be near there. Use the escape tunnel in the back to get there quicker.
I'll do that. Why are there so many doors? If there are gonna be doors, at least make them load quicker. I don't like loading doors. Okay, well that wasn't so bad. I don't know why, but like, just looking at that gives me Dark Souls vibes. I don't know why, it just looks different. Finally, that took long enough.
Any chance you've rethought helping me close out some Nick Valentine history?
Sure thing. What's the case?
Well, this one's straight out of the archives. Once upon a time, in the land of Boston, there lived a king of organized crime, Eddie Winter. He was a bad man who did a lot of bad things, hurt a lot of innocent people. But he knew the end was coming, so he sealed himself inside a personal shelter, located underneath a sub-shop he used as a headquarters.
Eddie Winter was from my time. Real scumbag.
The story gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death, live forever, so he could come out of that shelter someday into this brave new world. Sound familiar? Only Eddie didn't want to be a frozen banana. No cryo sleep for him, no. He invested his money in some sick, crazy radiation experiment.
Jeez, you've really done your homework on this guy.
I have. And I uncovered a doozy. Eddie Winter went and turned himself into a ghoul 200 years before it was fashionable. Hell, he was probably the first one. And I'm convinced that he's still locked inside that shelter. Safe and sound. Ready to come out and begin his evil reign all over again. I'm gonna find him and kill him, so that never happens. You in?
All right, Nick. Let's get the bad guy.
You're a good man. Now, I know where Winter's vault is, but the door is sealed with a complex numerical code. Lucky for us, Winter's arrogance knew no bounds. Back in the day, he recorded 10 holotapes, incriminating different criminal associates. On each one, he hit a single number. We find all of those holotapes, we get all the numbers. We get all the numbers, we get the code. And then we get Winter. I've been putting together a file on this one for a while now. There's a pair of holotapes in here worth listening to, including one of Winter's I managed to snatch from the Cambridge Police evidence lockup before getting swarmed by ferals. On my way out the door, I spotted an active evidence terminal. I'll bet my hat that terminal is the key to finding the rest of the tapes. Probably worth revisiting any police departments you may have stumbled across in your travels as well.
Fair enough.
One day, Sanctuary will be a vibrant community. I've seen it.
Thought I stored one of these. A Braxo cleaner has fiberglass. Okay, that's good to know. I think I'm gonna stop now because I've been playing for almost 8 hours. So yeah, that's a little longer than I should have been playing. Anyway, goodbye to all.